Good morning everyone. Today we are going to listen about the 7th class science 3rd chapter animal fiber. We already discussed about the fiber in the 6th class. Yes or no? We know what is the fiber, for which purpose we are using the fibers, we all know. Animal fiber. What is the meaning of the animal fiber? We are wearing the different cloths, different dresses. Yes or no? Silk dress, cotton dress, and wool dress, and also sweaters. Where from the sweater? Sweater will be comes from the wool from the animals. Yes or no? Cotton dresses from the cotton. Yes or no? Like that. Where from that? We got from the animal fiber. Animals like that. Cloths from the animals will be called as the animal fiber. Okay, now before going to the lesson, here a small story is there about between the conversation between the two friends. All of you see in your textbook page number 19. All of you open that one and all of you see the first page. Here, observing this picture, how many members are there? Two members are there. Two friends. They are the two friends. So, before going to the lesson, we listen about the story. What is the conversation between these two girls? Okay, now one day Nilima went to a flower garden to pluck flowers with her friend Reshma. What is the names of these two friends? One is the Nilima, one is the Reshma. Where they went? They went to flower garden. For which purpose? To pluck the flowers. Suddenly, while plucking flowers, Nilima shouted and started crying. Who started crying? Nilima started crying suddenly. When they are plucking the flowers, what happened? Suddenly, Nilima started crying. Why she started crying? A caterpillar had crawled on her dress. Reshma quickly threw it away. What happened? Why? Because the Nilima started crying? Because of the caterpillar. Caterpillar means gongali purugu. Caterpillar had crawled on her dress. Reshma quickly threw it away. What happened? Reshma removed it from the dress of the Nilima. Okay, now because of the caterpillar, she shouted suddenly and also started crying when they are in the garden. Next, Reshma quickly threw it away. Are caterpillars dangerous? Nilima asked. Who asked? Nilima asked to Reshma. Caterpillars are dangerous? Then Reshma said, all caterpillars are not dangerous. Some are useful too. All caterpillars are not dangerous. Some are also useful. Then Nilima raises a doubt how the caterpillars are useful. Do you know your dress is made of something we get from the caterpillars? Reshma said to Nilima, what is the dress you wear? That dress also from the caterpillars also too. Nilima was surprised and started thinking about what dresses are made up of. Nilima gets surprised. What you are telling to me? Dresses made from the caterpillars? You are telling? And also she started thinking about that one. How the dress is made from caterpillar. She remembered studying about that in class 6th about the fibers derived from plants like cotton and jute that are made into fabric. So animals also give us fibers. What she thinking about? She already learned in the 6th class about the fibers from which fibers will be we get from the fibers from the plants and cotton jute, but she don't know about the animals. We also get the animals, we also get the clothes from the animals also. She surprised and asked to the Reshma. Who surprised? Nilima surprised. We get fibers from the animals also, and asking to the Reshma. And she also continuously asking to Reshma doubts. What, what fibers do animals give us? Is the way of obtaining them similar to plants? Which part of animals is useful to make fibrosis? Nilima asked questions after questions. She wanted to get answers to all her questions. Who asked continuously questions? Nilima asked continuously questions about the fibers from the animals. How we get the fibers from the animals? Similarly, plants, like the plants, we get the fibers from the animals. Which part of the animals is useful to make fibers? Nilima asked question after question. Then we get Then Reshma giving answer. We get fibers from the plants and animals. Cotton, jute, gongura, coconut plant fibers are useful to make different kinds of fabrics. Cotton means we all know cotton. Jute means one type of sticks. Next, gongura, we all know coconut plants fibers are useful to make different kinds of fibers. In the same way, we get fibers of silk and wool from animals like silk worms and sheep, goat, camel, yak, etc. Let us find out about these animal fibers. So, Reshma started to explaining to about the fibers from the animals to Nilima. Reshma started telling about the stories of all the cloths, how the silk cloths will be made from the eggs of the moth. Okay, all these things explained by Reshma to the Nilima. So she explained one by one. First story of silk. First she explained story of silk, how we get the silk. Making of silk or silk fabrics is a very interesting story. Who telling this? Reshma telling to Nilima. This involves various persons and practices. To know about silk, Nilima visited a sericulture exhibition. Pattu Purugula Pradarshanasaala, that means a sericulture exhibition. People they shared their experiences with Nilima. This is what they told Nilima. Okay, Reshma and Nilima together they went to the sericulture exhibition. Why they went to the sericulture exhibition? To know about the fibers from the animals. So first they started them to know about the story of silk, how we get the silk. Making the silk fibers is very interesting story. This involves so many persons practice to know about silk. Nilima visited a sericulture exhibition. First we know about the stall one. In the exhibitions we all know, in the science fair what we see, we observe so many stalls are there. So they went to the first stall. What is the stall one? Okay, moth to egg. Moth to egg. What is the stall one name? Moth to egg. This was the stall where eggs and different moths were displayed. This was the stall. So for the stall one person is there. Who is that person? Pratima. So she introducing herself. So hello, I am Pratima, living in Tadakapalli of Anantapur district. My father works in a seed growing center. Here seed growing center means eggs. Mouth to eggs growing center, they call the eggs in the form of the seeds. Why they are calling eggs in the form of seeds? For example, you take a hen, egg of the hen. What happened from the egg? Another child hen will be comes, but in these seeds no another child will be comes. What comes in this from this seeds? The threads will be comes and they are useful to do cloths. So that's why these eggs will be called as the seeds. This one in this picture you have to observe one silkworm is there and also eggs are there. One silkworm will be gives the so many eggs. This silkworm will be looks like say butterfly. Okay, two flying is there and also this one looks like say butterfly. So it will gives the 500 eggs, near to 500 eggs for one time. After that one it will die. Okay, now we listen about this one. Okay, now hello, I am Pratima, living in Tadakapalli of Ananthapuram district. My father works in a seed growing center. About who's this one? The stall member. Who is maintenance of this stall member? The name of that maintainer was Pratima. So her father works in the day where his father works seeds growing center. Do you know we call the eggs of silk mouth seeds? So here we already discussed why the eggs of silk will be called as the mouth seeds. Why? Because they are used to prepare for the cloths threads. So Silk mouth is like butterfly. Already we discussed how that one will be butterfly. We keep those moths in a grill mesh boxes in separate rooms where we need to keep that moths in separate boxes in rooms. My father takes care of those silk moths. Whose father? Pratima's father takes care of those silk moths. Why? Because he was working in that seed growing center. Seeds means here eggs of the mouth, silk mouth eggs. We call them as Chilakalu. My father said another name of these moths is Bombyx mori. What is the name of that moth eggs which is kept in the mesh boxes separately? That one will be called as the Chilakalu, or another name also there. What is that name? Name of this moths is Bombyx mori. Okay, now at the time of laying eggs, we arrange white cloth pieces or paper. Moths lay hundreds of eggs on them. A female moth lays around 500 eggs in one go and die. Those eggs are very small in size. One female moth gives how many eggs? At one time only 500 eggs. After that one, what happened to the female moth? It will be die. Okay, now when eggs will be laid from the moth, we prepare a piece of cloth pieces or papers. At the time of laying eggs, mouth laying eggs, we arrange the cloth piece or papers. Otherwise, what happened? The eggs will be falls down and they will be broken. So, to overcome that one, what we used? We using the piece of white cloth piece paper or paper. So, that's why what happened? The eggs will be laid on the paper or cloth. So that's why we are overcoming that damage of the eggs. Why? Because that eggs also size will be very small. Okay, now what happened? One female egg will be gives the only 500 eggs. After that one, the female will be die. The female moth will be die. Okay, now that female moth which gives the eggs, that one will be called as the Chilakalu or Bombyx mori. Farmers from different places of our districts come and purchase these eggs. Most of the times, my father allows these eggs to hatch in special chambers, usually over mats. One beds of chopped mulberry leaves to get small worms. Farmers from Kurnool, Kadapa, Mahbub Nagar and some other places of our state come and purchase these tiny worms. So farmers from the different places that from the Kurnool, that from the Kadapa and Mahbub Nagar, they come and purchase the worms, small worms means which will be comes from the eggs, little worms, small worms. We have to see in this picture you have to observe one plate is there, in that one paper is there, in that mulberry leaves are there. The small eggs which gives the moth eggs, it will be keep in this mulberry leaves. This is the food for that worms which will comes from that eggs. The farmers comes from the different places and purchase these worms. What are these worms? Silk worms which gives the silk threads. So they have grown up them and they get the thread from these worms, silk worms. Farmers from the different places of our districts come and purchase the eggs. Most of the times my father allows these eggs to hatch in special chambers, usually over mats. One beds of chopped mulberry leaves to get small worms. What is the mulberry leaves? The food of the worms which will be comes from the eggs, eggs. That one will be called as the worms. So which states? Kurnool, Kadapa, Mahbub Nagar and some other places are state come and purchase these tiny worms. Small worms will be purchased by them. Sometimes silk moths are also sold. Sometimes silk moths, the mother of that one also sold. People buy these silk moths to produce eggs. Silk moth gives the eggs, which eggs? Around 500 eggs. After that one, silk moth will be die. Then these eggs will be protected by using the paper in the plate, and also gives the food, mulberry leaves. These centers are called gringes. These centers are called gringes. I saw a big seed growing center at Horsley Hills in Chittoor district, said Pratima. Where she saw Horsley Hills in Chittoor district. Which center? Grinjas centers, where they gives the protection of the these worms, these small worms, by using the which leaves they use to give the food. They use to give the food mulberry leaves. They used to give the food. They used the mulberry leaves. This center where the grown of the small worms center, where is there? That center will be called as the gringes. I saw a big seed growing center at Horsley Hills in Chittoor districts. Who saw? Pratima saw. Ilma walked on the next stall. Hershey met Rahman. What is the next stall? Next stall name is Egg to Cocoon. The next stall who was handled next stall? Rahman. They made the Rahman. Again we need to see how the silk mouth we see in the first picture. You have to see here in this first picture. This is the silk mouth. This figure will be which is looks like a butterfly. This one will be called as the chilakalu also. And also this gives the how many eggs? 500 to 500 eggs. After that one it will be die. These eggs will be called as the seeds. Why? Because we get silk from these eggs. So silk mouth seeds. This one will be called as a silk mouth seeds. This stall will be organized by whom? Pratima. Pratima father will be also working in this seed growing center, not egg growing center. Why? Because we are calling seed growing center. From this we are getting the fiber, not a small child. Small child the mouth. We are getting the silk from this threads, silk threads from this seeds. That's why we are calling this one seeds, not eggs. So this silk mouse will also called which is looks like a butterfly. We also called as the chilakalu. The living span of this chilakalu will be only which when it will be gives the 500 eggs. After it will be die. How we protect these eggs? In the separate rooms. We arrange the separate different rooms, and we protect this one separate cells. And also we keep the paper or cloth pieces to protect them. And after that one laying eggs, when they lay eggs on that paper, we will remove that paper and we keep it into the paper plate. In that paper plate we are keeping the mulberry leaves. So on that mulberry leaves we are keeping these eggs. These eggs will be comes out in the form of the small worms. So the farmers will comes from these different from the Kurnool, from the Chittoor, from the Mahbubnagar, different places. They come and purchase these small worms, which is we are grown up by using the mulberry leaves. And also this center which is the center which is we are using to grown up with these seeds, that center will be called as the green jars. And also the big seeds growing center will be Horsley Hills in Chittoor district. So this is about the first stall, and in the next class we have to see about the next stall. You can all of you read must and should textbook.